So the last element I'll talk about is this initial burst right here. You see it's sort of like this dark shadow. That's an element that's supposed to be like a leading edge, like a really light, powerful burst that goes like pop. And so that's the leading edge, and it's this dark stuff around there. So this one, I believe I did this first. The ground shock. Yeah, this one, this is the element that we're doing. Here's the ground shock. So it's this low-lying, really light element here. And the ground shock is very, very similar to the vaporwave. Actually, I think the vaporwave is copied from this. And yeah, so really the big thing about it is the particles, and this is the particle wave, so it's identical to the vapor wave, and so it's just a noisy leading edge. And you know, maybe I should have put more noise on them, but it worked out. And so let's see, do I have any noise on the velocity? No, I do not. So, and then you can see I wrote it in a special way. So it bursts out, and it sort of has this long trail, and that's to make take the pop off the source, and it is fuel. So this is pretty much like exploding, but I'm only using the smoke. So the fuel really the combustion generates the look. So over age, the particles emit less, and then as you can see, I erode the original emitter down with a noise map. So it's all about noise. So, and that's pretty much the last element. In this one, wavelet did work, and so I ended up using wavelet. And also, you know, as you can see, it's 1/2, and right here, is this going to kill my machine? I basically I flip it, and I render both sides like this on the Shockwave. So I just transform it, use the same grid, and it gets me by. I rotate it a little bit, I think. Or do I? I don't think I do. Yeah, I do rotate. As you can see, the grid is rotated here. So, cool stuff. And I think that is the last Shockwave element. There's some particles in here, but you know, it's particles. Like, what's there to talk about? And I guess the last thing we're going to go on to is I rendered shadows, and the way you do that on this, that's something I should talk about, is I have a shadow mat object that I render. Where's my environment? Here's my ground shadow, and then I'm pointing at this, the ANV shadow. This is a shadow mat shader, super essential for getting this thing done. And so it's the shadow mat. And then what the render node looks like is, let's see, do I have an 05? Yeah, GroundShock shadow. The objects are a little bit different, and then I have the ground object, and then I'm forcing the fluid shock as phantom. And maybe I should render the other ones as shadows, but really this was enough. That was enough. So that's a way to get shadows, a shadow pass on your geometry. So that is, I guess, the Shockwave covered. The 3 elements of the Shockwave. So this one was a little short, under 5 minutes, but I think that's cool. And so thank you very much for watching.